Hey VC, Big Star 1000, back with a special edition of Revolutions, and today is Friday the 3rd of April, otherwise known as Good Friday, and today VC members Anthony Camplone and James Buttery spent the afternoon at my house. We had lunch with another friend as well, Christian. We had lunch, and we drank lots of tea, and we played a shitload of records from my collection. And the way we do it is we all take a pick for a record in succession, play whatever we feel like playing. It's great when you have people digging through your collection, because there's things that you don't pull out very often and they get pulled out, which is fantastic. So here I have a pile of about, I don't know, 30-40 records that we played this afternoon, in the order we played them. Not all the records we played are here because I put some back in the shelves as I was going, but this is the bulk of them, most of them. So I hope you enjoy this installment, and whenever possible I'll tell you who picked which record, but I may not remember. Okay, started with, we were just discussing Rodriguez, and so I pulled out the best of Rodriguez, which is a compilation that came out in Australia, 1977. And we played Crucify Your Mind, opening track, which is a totally fantastic kind of, acoustic protest ballad kind of a thing. Fantastic. Rodriguez, if you're not familiar with Rodriguez, Detroit singer-songwriter who was kind of rediscovered in the last couple of years, but it wasn't obscure to us anyway, but very cool. And then James Buttery decided to play the opening track of World Galaxy, Alice Coltrane with Strings, which is the John Coltrane tune, My Favorite Things. Fantastic record from 1971 on Impulse, and we really enjoyed that. This record, it was great to listen to it. I hadn't played it in a while, so I was really happy to play this. Following this, Campo wanted to hear this latest reissue by French Attack, Digger Digest, which I've shown in my latest vinyl finds, which will be posted before this one. Just got this recently, Israel Suite by Rupture. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I was talking about it a lot in my recent vinyl finds, so just check that out. It's just a little bit easier. And then there were two other people there with us. This was pulled out by one of the other guests, the best of Jimmy Smith. I got my mojo working, got played, excellent sort of soul jazz. This was a James Buttery pull, Marcos Valle, Precisão de Tempo, which was a reissue on Light in the Attic, Brazilian MPB, Brazilian pop music from the 70s. And we had this lengthy discussion about pop music. I was professing my love of Steely Dan, and it wasn't received very well. But it was fun though. It's good debate, good discussion. Comparing Steely Dan, comparing Asia with Love Supreme. Very fun. Campo wanted to hear this record, which is Helen, the French sort of progressive electronic band. Un rêve sans conséquence, a dream without reason, which my copy is on Inner City, and Campo couldn't get over the fact that I had Helden on Inner City, but it's a great record. We played, I don't know which track we played of this, but you know, almost the whole of one side. It's just excellent and really deeply psychedelic at times. Very cool record. Continuing, a friend of mine who was here is into reggae, and he got my copy of Legalize It by Peter Tosh. Great sort of roots reggae from 1976, and he played the last track on side one. Why Must I Cry? I think that's the track. This is the most excellent roots reggae record. Peter Tosh, after he left the Bob Marley and the Wailers, left it a while before that, but it's a great release. Is this on? No, it's on Columbia Records. Excellent. And then I segued this because we listen to reggae. I got at my soundtrack of Rockers, the reggae film, very famous, and I played Police and Thieves by Junior Mervyn, and I was saying this was covered by The Clash on their debut album. Very cool cover, and I skipped a turn, and back to back from this I played this Stiff Little Fingers record, because on side 2 there's this track called Johnny Was, and it's a reggae cover as well, and I was just making a parallel between this and The Clash, and I really enjoyed Johnny Was by the Stiff Little Fingers on Inflammable Material. I think also from 76. I think this was from 76. It's 79, but it's a repress, so that's probably why. Further down the line, James Battery was really keen on hearing this album by Bach Psychosis, Hex. Bach Psychosis were a post-rock band from England. In fact, they were the band for which the term post-rock was coined by Simon Reynolds. It's a very hard album to find these days. It's a repress on Vinilissimo, Spanish label, I think. And we played the opening track, The Loom, which we all thoroughly enjoyed and appreciated. Its post-rock cinematic quality, and also a little bit reminiscent of bands like Ride and My Bloody Valentine. Campo wanted to hear this album by Sunbirds, German sort of psychedelic jazz band. It's a flute, very funky band. So we played that. We really enjoyed it. Sunbirds. Philippe Catherine, the Belgian guitar player, is in the band. Klaus Weiss, yeah, very cool record on NPS, BASF. This was a choice from my friend Christian, Country Joe and the Fish, electric music from the mind and body, and he played section 43, which is the instrumental on the end of side 1, but I said we should just play Death Sound as well, so we played Death Sound. It's the first UK press, which I was saying top 10 sort of US psych for me anyway. You might not agree, but you might agree. Campo then wanted to hear this Tim Meyer compilation, Nobody Can Live Forever, which is on Luakabop. Came out a couple of years ago. Most excellent Brazilian soul music, just really simply top-notch Brazilian soul music. So we played about three tracks of this and really enjoyed them. So it was great. This choice was one of my choices. Candigore, Breton French band from Brittany, which is like sort of Eric Dolphy with bagpipes, modal jazz with bagpipes, which I recently got on Chris 4127 Basket's good recommendation. French jazz record, really quirky. Yeah, as I said, with bagpipes. We played a couple of tracks, Danse du Muad'Dib and Gathering, which are their first two tracks on side 2. Really, yeah, Dolphy-esque kind of modal, quite free as well, just excellent. James Buttery was really keen on listening to this VCLT piece that I received from Kevin, Dr. Strangely Strange, the Magnetic North, the Orkney Symphony, and we discussed the record and really enjoyed the first few tracks. Kevin, if you're watching, and I'll show you them the grave there, the Betty Corrigal grave. We really most enjoyed this record. It was just excellent. Kevin, if you're watching, thank you for sending this to me once more. It was really great, and James was there lamenting on the fact that he didn't pick it up. So if you see a copy somewhere and you want a VCLT James, he would most enjoy a copy of this record. I'm not saying this for any particular reason. And speaking of VC members, so because we talked about a lot of VC members, Campo wanted to hear this, and we played this, and we really enjoyed it. And again, you know, Eric Dolphy comes to mind. I was talking about Eric Dolphy before, but this is definitely got a Dolphy vibe, a Blue Note vibe, and this is just one of my favorites releases from last year. Just so excellent. Enders, well done. This is a great record, and we enjoyed the shit out of it. You know, we played your record and we really enjoyed Enders. If you're watching, this is a piece of VCLT that I got from Chris 4127 Baskets Babaskalai. I was chosen by my friend Christian to hear this, and we played this excellent release. Babaskalai, a French band that migrated to England and made this really obscure record, sort of gong, sort of more psychedelic kind of gong, almost Canterbury School, but esque. So excellent, this record from the year 1969. Christophe, thank you very much for this. This great piece of VCLT. And since we're name dropping people, you know, this makes me think of Jonas Pug Roggeveld. We played the first track, Love, the sampled song by DJ Shadow on Introducing. Just an excellent Swedish record. The lyrics are fucking hilarious. There's a translation of the lyrics here in English. I think I did that before, but I can give you very much more. Mutton and cabbage, cutlet and pork. Tuesday, on Thursday, on Friday, encore. Yeah, I'm going to give you love. That's ridiculous, but that's great at the same time. Pug. This was a choice from, I think, James Buttery. I think. Could have been campo, but I think it was James Buttery who pulled this out. The amazing Satori, yeah, I think it was James Buttery. And we played the opening track. We marveled at the great gatefolds. This is an absolutely essential sort of heavy psych record. We played that. It was fantastic. And Sig Wait, quite clearly, by the band they were trying to copy, Black Sabbath, Paranoid, and I can't remember what track we played from this, but it's Campo's choice. I think could have been Electric Funeral on side B. I think, I can't remember. Amazing album, Black Sabbath, Paranoids. Right, finishing off, at the end of the session we played a couple of jazz and soul records and funk records. This was my choice, Earth Blossom by the John Betts Society. Now I've shown this in my recent vinyl find, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's a monster record, that's all I'm going to say, and everybody was in agreement. All of them were on their phones on Discogs trying to get a copy. Amazing record. Strata East reissue. John Betts. James Buttery pulled that, my copy of Renarama. Jazz is Verga. Jazz in Sweden, 1973, with Bobo Stenson and Paul Danielson. That is a really great record, and I hadn't played it for a while. From Caprice, original press. And James tried to make me guess what the record was. I couldn't guess. He said, "Oh, it's on Caprice." Oh, it's Renarama, of course. This was a choice from Christian War. The World is a Ghetto. Cisco Kid, I think it was. A great record. If you're not familiar with War or this album, you should be. It's just essential music. Campo was taken by this improvisation West meets East, album 3, Yehudi Menuhin, the violinist, Ravi Shankar, Jean-Pierre Rampal on flute. Great record. Don't know what he played on this. Probably just the first track, I imagine. 1977. This was chosen by Christian, Caravan, for Girls That Grow Plump in the Night. Amazing Canterbury prog record. I think the opening track was played on this. And I closed the afternoon with playing the first side of the Diva soundtrack, because Campo wants to hear it, and it's just a wonderful soundtrack. Just an amazing piece of music, beautiful from start to finish, mixing opera with modern classical music, with ambient, with experimental sounds. It is the best $5 record you can buy in Australia. Anyway, VC, that is all I have to give you today. I hope you enjoyed. And I don't know when I'll post this, but this is Good Friday today, so just to give you a point of reference. Until next time.